Yeah. You know, it comes a time in every man's life when we're ready to settle down and make things right. But only for that special one. We be trying to make her you. But y'all want to keep playing games with these lames. So make your next move your best move, because we the best dudes. Oh yeah, don't settle for less, babe. I can love you better than you can imagine. Take it from the madness. Girl, I don't know why you keep these lanes around. You wildin' out. Don't you settle for less. What up, beauty queen? You know I really wanna invite you to my world and show you my unique persona. We can get together, steam it up like a sauna, take you on a natural high, no marijuana, just a bottle of wine, some ice chill prosecco. You holding on to that lame dude, you should let go. Knew you was gonna be mine from the very get-go. I'm trying to make you white because you special. You got the best glow, designer fresh clothes, make your own dough, on your home yo. Vehicle is fully paid for, that frame flame though. Selfie queen, you know your angles. Red bottom heels, 5 diamond encrusted mangoes. We got the same goals, copping land and counting bankrolls. Creating generational wealth, so our seas grow. I know your needs though, and you know mine's the same. It's an honor and a privilege to give you my last name. I can love you better than you can imagine. Tip from madness. Girl, I don't know why you keep these lanes around. You falling out. Don't you settle for less. Trips and shopping sprees, you know that's mandatory. I'm trying to open your mind, peep the allegory. They say that love don't last, so let's change the story. I set my heart out to you, please come for me. Let's take control of our love, no conforming. Late night love sessions last until the early morning. Cooking breakfast, but naked eggs, bacon and toast. Fried potatoes and onions, girl, I love you the most. When my body be aching, you rub the pain out. Roll up the Dutchess for me while I pour champagne out. I pour my heart and my soul, plus my pain out. You got a real love right shit, so leave the lanes out. Please stop with the games. The mother names missing your time. Girl, why they know we even in your phone? They always think it's time. You should just fuck with me. So don't settle, don't settle, don't settle for love. That's with the facts. Evening. Adonis. Singing the hooks and the vibes. Yeah. To all my ladies. Don't let a time hang out. Turn into a summertime bang out. You know what I mean? Get you one that's gonna be there for season, baby. Don't settle for less. Know your worth, baby. I can love you better than you can imagine. Take you from the back. Know your self-worth. Girl, I don't know why you keep these lanes around. Yeah, bother now. Don't you settle for less.
You think darkness is your ally? You merely adopted the dark. I was born in it, molded by it. I didn't see the light until I was already a man. By then it was nothing to me but light. Victory has defeated you.
Gotta know your next move when you speak to a boss. Gotta respect the dance when you speak on the law. Everybody wanna taste of this eating sauce. When stacks got the facts, you don't hear nothing false. Gotta know your next move before you speak to a boss. Gotta respect the dead before you speak on the loss. Everybody wanna taste us in these sauce. When stacks got the facts, you don't hear nothing false.
I used to be stacks with the packs, now I'm stacks with the facts. Now I drop knowledge, used to cook straight, drop crack. E&E, coronavirus to take over. CW elite, brethren, the wait's over. Right? Don't be addicted to the limelight. Mediocre bars, knowing that y'all don't rhyme right. You fake woke niggas need to get your mind right. Stupid ass niggas, y'all bringing guns to a mind fight. Now let me slow it down so I can talk to you. I'm never letting up. If that's your thought, screw you. I hypnotize the track like the nigga practice voodoo. Voice of God, Crimson Mist, Tootsies and Hootus. The rap game is in the abyss I can easily swim through. I'm like the going fisherman and you rappers is seafood. Grand champion, this bitch, you should call me your seafood. Make sure my energy is up because the devil's deceitful. And everything that we see and sing ain't nothing but a dream inside of another dream. And everything that we see and sing ain't nothing but a dream inside of another dream. Stacks. My nigga sick. The E&E sauce. Yeah. What up? It's the man about town, Virgil Berry, aka Stacks with the Facts. And y'all know y'all tuned in. All right. To A Real Talk Podcast. Hold on, how many because I'm rolling up right now. Let me cut the camera off, man. What's up with y'all, man? How y'all doing tonight, man? You know what I'm saying? We're going to have this discussion, you know what I'm saying, real quick. You know what I'm talking about? Smash that like button. Click on the bell. Subscribe to the page. You know what I'm talking back? Yeah, man. We're going to have this conversation tonight because this situation right here speaks to a lot of different things, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of guys, you know what I'm saying, can relate to this situation from a financial standpoint anyway. I don't know about, you know, passing away part though, but you know what I'm saying? And to this day, everything surrounding, you know what I'm saying, everything surrounding Aaron Hernandez allegedly offing himself while he was in a joint. You know what I'm saying? Could be argued, man, very questionable. But you know what I'm saying? We speaking tonight, you know what I'm saying, from the angle and from the perspective of, you know what I mean, these chicks, these baby mama terrorist type chicks, right? You know what I'm saying? Just showing time and time again that they're just not capable, right, of doing this stuff on their own. You know what I mean? This whole situation with her just blowing this dough like this, man, you know what I mean? It goes to show and kind of validates what I was talking about, you know what I'm saying, the other night on my man Chaos Rain stream, you feel me? And I know a lot of y'all chicks, you gonna feel some type of way about what I'm about to say, but it's all good. Really don't matter. You know what I'm saying? And this is why with the lifestyle, I understand the sentiment and I understand the structure, right? This is why when pimps don't give no chicks, pimps don't give none of their hoes no money. Because 9 times out of 10, y'all gonna mess it up. Y'all know to do with it anyway, right? Just like with AYANNA Hernandez, you hear me? You know what I'm saying? This is why I say a lot, like I said on Chaos Rain stream, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all chicks that make a lot. My man Red, shout out to Red Supreme TV. Shout out to my brother Red, man. Red always say to y'all chicks out there that make a lot of money, a lot of y'all 6-figure chicks, all right? Y'all gonna have to y'all 9 times out of 10, you're gonna have to choose up on a man who probably makes less than you 9 times out of 10. And that's if, right? And that's only if. And notice I said man, you know what I'm saying? Just because a man makes less than you doesn't take away from him being a man or his ability to provide. You know what I'm saying? You just gonna have the more money, you know what I'm saying? But with that being said, like I said on Chaos Reign Stream, a lot of y'all chicks out there that's making this money, which is not a lot of y'all. Let's just be clear about that. There's very few of you chicks out there making 6+ figures. Very few. You know what I'm saying? So we ain't even gonna do that. I'm tired of all y'all chicks out here acting like y'all making all this money, and you know, on average, the average black female ain't making no more than 34, 30, no more than $36,000, $37,000 a year, like 38,000 tops. So all y'all chicks be talking about some all this money and stuff, man. Y'all gotta relax, man. Tell that to one of these dudes who don't know certain stuff, man. You know what I mean? Real talk, man. Like I said on Chaos Reign Stream, man, a lot of y'all chicks that do make that type of money or make decent money, getting with a guy, you know what I'm saying? If you want a man, you're probably going to have to, he's probably going to have to preside over that money. You know? And just like a lot of other things, you know, some of y'all chicks just ain't going to be willing to do that. Right? And it's a major reason why y'all not. Because y'all don't want to give up the illusory power that y'all think that y'all have gotten. That y'all think that y'all have earned. All right? And when I say the stuff I'm saying, y'all, I'm about to cam back up here in a second. I'm just twisting up real quick. Now, when I say the stuff I be saying, I'm going to be clear about this, and I'm going to clam up when I say this. Titan TV, what it do, man? We got my brother Titan TV in a situation. What's good with you, Titan TV, man? You know, we're going to talk about this baby mama terrorist type chick, AYANNA. All right. Aaron Hernandez sunk for marrying that girl anyway and getting her pregnant. He sunk for that. Aaron Hernandez, boom, that's. You hear me? Now, don't get me wrong, man. AYANNA is a fine-ass bra. You hear me? She fine as hell. Let's not get that twisted. We're going to keep that all the way 100. AYANNA fine as hell. But Lucifer was beautiful too. All right? I'm not saying that AYANNA is Lucifer, but you know what I mean? You get the gist of what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make this clear when I come up real quick, man. You know, because you know, not that I have to, because I don't, but I choose to because you know I just want to make it clear. You know what I'm saying? Just in case anybody get this thing twisted up or get it messed up. You feel me? You know what I'm talking about? Let me be clear, man. Right? Right. Whenever you hear somebody like me, right, real one, right, and I know a lot of people say, well, if you real, you ain't gonna say, man, shut that weak. That sound like some shit a lame ass nigga would say right there. If you real, you ain't gonna say you real. If you a man, you ain't gonna say, shut that weak ass shit up, man. You hear me? When us real ones, myself, my brother Red, you hear me? We come on here and we talk about Angry Man. Shout out to the homie Angry Man. We come on here and talk about the stuff we talk about and address the things we do concerning certain situations and people's, man. Trust me, man, when I tell you this, man. It ain't never coming from a place of hate. None of you people have anything for me to hate on personally. I'm going to speak for me. And I know I could probably speak for my brother Red and a lot more real ones, but I'm going to speak for me. We don't give a damn about what y'all got going on. My brother Uncle Diggity, too. We don't give a damn what y'all got going on. Hating, as if, right? And when I speak on any other and I don't really speak on names, right? But if I was to mention a name, trust me, it's not about no clout. I'm the clout. You hear me, Uncle Diggity, man? Goddamn it, I'm the clout. The hell y'all niggas talking about? Somebody gonna talk, man. We speak on you lanes for points of reference. And we speaking on things that we speak on, we pointing out the blatant hypocrisy and the blatant effery. So a lot of y'all, like I say, And I'm gonna do a live stream on this probably on Saturday too. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get to it. You feel me? Uncle Diggity in the building. What's good, man? You hear me? And on Saturday, I'm gonna get to it though, because we gotta clear some things up. Because clearly, a lot of y'all out here have been so consumed with this whole anonymity thing that y'all have lost touch with reality. And like I always been saying, us real ones, we're gonna have to come to YouTube and take this shit over, man. And that means we gotta support each other, right? In all ways, man. And support each other in all ways, man. You know, and with that being said, it just goes to show with the effery going on YouTube, a lot of y'all like effery. A lot of y'all are dumb. A lot of y'all are stupid. A lot of y'all are addicted to drama as a result of your epigenetically passed down childhood trauma. You did. That's sad. But it is what it is, right? But we ain't gonna trip off of those stuff like that. I just have to address that real quick because you know a lot of people, you know, y'all YouTube dudes, man, y'all really ain't really been through nothing, man. A lot of y'all cats, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna speak on this on Saturday. A lot of y'all cats, you know what I'm saying, when this whole YouTube thing came about, you know what I'm saying, real ones, we were still in the streets. We were still on the turf. We were still in the turf, on the turf, getting it in. I'm not glorifying this lifestyle. I'm just telling you what it is, right? We weren't really concerned about this internet stuff. You feel me? Until now. And I remember I was the only one out of my crew. You know, so I used to have I told y'all this before. I had a computer in one of our traps, and I used to be doing my research, looking at YouTube and all that stuff. And my dudes used to clown me, man. They used to clown me for being on Facebook and being on YouTube and being on the internet. They used to clown me for that. And I used to tell all them dudes, like, look, one of these days here soon, they used to say, you lame for being on Facebook. I said, like, nah, y'all lame for not being on Facebook. And look at here it is, all these years later. Now Facebook is what it is now. Now the same dudes that used to clown me for being on Facebook and YouTube and the internet, these are the same dudes who post more on Facebook than I could ever imagine. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? It was inevitable. So, you know, and I say all that to say that real ones is coming to this internet. And all you nerd ass, goofy ass, corny ass, lame ball ass, internet ass dudes, right? Y'all had about a good, y'all had about a good 6-year run where y'all could just come onto YouTube and just establish whatever y'all establish, right? You know what I'm saying? But see, around 2015, 2016, that's when those real ones started looking at YouTube like, hold on, it's business. We can come in here, we can. And now, what's going on now is the lame ass, square ass, corny ass, what's the word y'all be using? Non-select, lame, no coochie getting, sucker ass, soft, lame, corny dudes. Now y'all have been given opportunity to create gateway situations, gatekeeping situations, right? And just like in real life, you know what I'm saying, us real ones, you know what I'm saying, you know, we're going to come and take shit over like we always do. We took you niggas bitches in high school, and now we're about to take you niggas bitches. That's what YouTube is. YouTube is like digital high school. You hear me? Now pay attention to what I just said, right? Digital high school. You hear me? And real ones is here to take this shit over. And now y'all running scared. It's inevitable, man. It's inevitable. Just like Agent Smith told Morpheus, man, or told Neo. It's inevitable, man. Right? Y'all cannot prevent this. Y'all can try. And YouTube gonna help y'all. But in the end, it's all going to come to our side anyway, as it always does, because that's the right and exact way. That's how it's supposed to be. All you, let me clean my language up, man. All you square ass, lame ass dudes, Y'all's time is up. And y'all knew this was coming, man. That's why y'all doing what the stuff y'all doing. Y'all knew this was coming, man. Hey, Uncle Diggity, will Marlo tell Prop Joe in The Wire after Cheese set him up? You feel me? His own nephew. Will Marlo tell Prop Joe? He knew this was coming, man. he said, take it easy, man. You hear me? Take it like a man. Y'all knew this was coming. All y'all nerdy, cornball, Poindexter, non-select ass. The chicks was not messing with y'all ever, ass dudes. Oh, scared to holler at a chick in real person, real time, but now with the advent of the internet, it's just so easy to slide in the DM, right? Niggas is corny, man, for real, for real. I'll be looking at a lot of y'all dudes' content. Y'all dudes as lame as hell, for real, man. Like I said, y'all need to talk about that stuff y'all went to school for, man. And the fact, and that's why I support my brother Red 100%. The fact that so many of you corny, lame ass dudes got so many subscribers and get all the views and stuff, that let me know that YouTube, or not even YouTube, the unintelligent artificial intelligence that YouTube is using, right, is making you corny dudes popular and create situations where real ones like myself, man, we gotta work hard. And I don't mind it because I've been working hard all my life. I'm a hard working dude, man. I ain't got no problem with that. I have no problem with putting in effort, work, and energy into that which I truly believe in. So it ain't nothing for me. You hear me? Right? But you know, it is what it is, right? What that for sure, two that for certain. We ain't gonna cry and complain a bitch about it. We ain't gonna do nothing but, like my man Red say, keep grinding and growing, man, and make it happen and make it do what it do, baby. Right? When y'all listen to some of these dudes, and like my man Red said earlier, a lot of y'all just want to be entertained. Are you not entertained? Right? And I ain't, you know, I'm all with entertaining because I'm an entertaining guy. You hear me? But you know, the time for fun and dancing and entertainment, that shit is over with. But if y'all pay attention to platforms like TikTok, Bigo, and now YouTube, Facebook, they're all being geared towards 10 million merits and 10 or 15 million merits. Y'all go check that episode out on Black Mirror on Netflix called 15 Million Merits. That's the type of society they want us to be living in, where everybody's just dancing and happy and singing, but we really is living in a controlled environment in every aspect of our lives. And we're being surveilled and monitored too. So don't leave that out. You understand what I'm saying, y'all? Don't leave that out. You know what I'm talking about? But we're going to get to it, though, man. AYANNA Hernandez is in the news. Apparently, she has squandered the money, right, that she had been getting from Aaron Hernandez, right? After his untimely alleged suicide, right? And I do say alleged. I ain't even trying to be funny or nothing, y'all. I ain't even, you know, I say alleged, right? Definitely alleged. And now here she is, right? Here she is making news again because she done blew the bag. Like most of you chicks is going to do, man. This is why hoes need pimps, and this is why most females in the process of becoming a woman need a man. You know? Because 9 times out of 10, if y'all come into a whole bunch of money, especially a lump sum, y'all are going to blow it. For the most part, y'all are totally irresponsible and don't know what to do with large amounts of money. For the most part. I'm not saying all y'all. I'm saying for the most part. I'm saying the overwhelming mass majority of y'all just not. Right? I think the whole thing with the PPLs, PPPs, and all that stuff proved it. You know what I'm saying? Showing what most average black females would do when given large lump sums of money at one point at one time. 9 times out of 10, they are going to blow it. All right.
His fiance is facing questions about how she's using the late NFL player's trust fund money intended for the couple's 10-year-old daughter. The legal team for AYANNA Jenkins-Hernandez submitted an invoice for reimbursement from the trust fund to a court-appointed trustee, claiming the expenses are related to the couple's daughter, Avielle, but the trustee, attorney David Schwartz, objected to the request. Documents obtained by People explain that large amounts of money are being spent with little clear identification of how they benefit Avielle. The filing goes on to cite examples, including $17,000 in clothing, $10,000 in entertainment and online shopping, thousands more in self-care expenses, and $12,000 spent at home goods. The two parties first came to a point of contention back in September after Jenkins-Hernandez asked for $10,000 to cover the cost of Avielle's competitive dance lessons. The request was denied by Schwartz, who cited approximately $150,000 in funds issued to Jenkins-Hernandez each year to cover Avielle's daily expenses. He then asked that she be removed as the child's conservator. The mom of two, who welcomed another daughter in 2018, then requested that Schwartz be removed and replaced as the trustee. Hernandez was a former tight end for the New England Patriots who had been with Jenkins-Hernandez for several years before he was arrested in 2013 for the murder of a man dating Jenkins-Hernandez's sister. He went on to be convicted and sentenced to life in prison. In 2017, he was found dead by suicide in his prison cell at the age of 27.
Yeah, man. Right? Yeah, man. You hear me? Y'all heard that.
Aaron Hernandez's fiance.
Y'all heard that. Damn, Ayanna is bad. I ain't gonna sit here and hold y'all. She is bad. You hear me? But yeah, y'all heard that though, right? You hear me? This girl Ayanna, she was getting $150K a year since 2000. When 2017. What they say? What?
Fiance is tight end for the New England Patriots who had been with Jenkins-Hernandez for several years before he was arrested in 2013 for the murder of a man dating Jenkins-Hernandez's sister. He went on to be convicted and sentenced to life in prison. In 2017, he was found dead by suicide.
Yeah, 2017, right? 2017 is when he was allegedly found dead in his prison cell. And since 2017, she has been receiving $150K a year. That's a solid 5 years straight. Right? And this further proves what I'm talking about tonight, right? $150K a year. And she spends it on $10,000 dance lessons for the little girl. Not investing it in the stock market or buying any type of real estate or, investing in a stock market or, you know what I mean? Not none of that. You know what I'm saying? Not like trying to own a property or anything like that, or even, you know what I'm saying, nothing like that. But, just blowing the bread, basically. Just blowing the bread. 150K a year, man. People go to school for 8 to 10 years to earn 150K a year. You know what I'm saying? She just, just blows it and squanders it. Right? Right? Read this article from about 9 days ago, right? Gym fees, online shopping, bounced checks. Ex-fiance of Aaron Hernandez accused of misspending money meant for couple's young daughter. AYANNA Jenkins-Hernandez, right? Hold on, y'all. Let me wipe my glasses off real quick, man. Hit that like button, y'all. Click on the bell, subscribe to the page, man. Listen, I know a lot of y'all chicks out there listening, man, and I know y'all listening. I know y'all feeling some type of way. You know what I'm saying? And, that's all good. You know what I mean? I can also say that a lot of guys aren't too financially responsible either. So don't get this twisted. Tap in and walk with me. We're saying for the most part, we're saying in general. In general, women tend to be less financially responsible than men, right? I don't sit up here and been since I've been home. I done met girls who had real decent jobs and upon meeting them or or upon observing them through their digital presence via social engineering, one would be led to think that this girl's got it all together, but in all actuality, they in debt, credit card debt. You hear me? All types of debt. They got all types of collectors calling. You know what I'm saying? They got evictions on their records. You understand what I'm saying? They got them snaking, with different accounts and all that stuff, man. You know what I mean? They live way beyond their means. You hear me? And most of them don't have their money invested in anything other than, lace fronts and fake designer or actual designer and, living their best lives so they can make a nice show for social engineering. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of guys fit that description too. So don't ever get this twisted, y'all. We keep it fair across the board over here. You know what I'm saying? We keep it fair and across the board over here. You know what I'm talking about, man? Plexus. We got a new person in the building, Plexus. What's good with you, Plexus? Whether you be a guy or a girl, what's the deal? You feel me? Welcome to the situation. Tap in, walk with us. Click on the bell, subscribe to the page, man. Share on your social engineering. You did, right? Gym fees, online shopping, bounced checks. Ex-fiance of Aaron Hernandez accused of misspending money meant for couple's young daughter. Right? We're gonna get to a lot of little things tonight with this situation, man. You hear me? Tap in. Ayanna Jenkins-Hernandez denies wrongdoing in dispute over disgraced Patriot player's estate. Ayanna Jenkins-Hernandez attended the murder trial of Aaron Hernandez in Boston in 2017 with their daughter, Avielle. Avielle is now 10, right? The fight started in September when Ayanna Jenkins-Hernandez said she couldn't afford the $10,697 bill for her daughter's dance lessons. Why? $10,000, man. So the former fiance of disgraced New England Patriots star Aaron Hernandez. See how these people just got to destroy and assassinate your character even posthumously in death? Disgraced. Asked the court-appointed trustee to pay the bill from a trust fund that had been set up for their daughter, Avielle, after Hernandez committed suicide while in prison for murder in 2017. But the trustee, attorney David Schwartz, said no. By his calculations, Jenkins-Hernandez already was receiving a separate source of funds outside the trust, $150,000 a year or more from Hernandez's NFL pension and Social Security that was supposed to pay for the 10-year-old's daily expenses. He couldn't imagine why she needed more. Exactly. Glitch the guarantee. What it do, man? Listen, y'all. $150K per year. How do you squander that? I mean, you got one child. $150K is more than enough money to provide for you as a grown woman and your daughter. That's more than enough money. $150K a year is what people raise families off of, or and live good. So if you a divorced, or should I say widowed, woman with a daughter, and you are able to get $150K a year because your husband was a high earning guy, right? NFL superstar. How do you blow $150K a year to where you need to dip into your daughter's trust fund? Once again, set up off of the earnings from her father, who was a high earning brother. It's crazy, right? Like I said, he couldn't imagine why she needed more. I can't either, unless she was like, it's only she in debt or she blowing bread or whatever. Then Schwartz reviewed how Jenkins-Hernandez had been spending the money, $36,858 on clothing, including maternity wear, $39,347 on home goods, $25,577 shopping online, and $11,792 in self-care, including gym fees and visits to hair and nail salons. See what I'm saying, man? Do y'all hear this, man? Unfortunately, this would be the story and case for the majority of you broads, man. Hold on, man. Where my damn phone at, man? Let's do the math. Somebody do the math for that, man. What's that? 36, 39. That's what 75 bands, 100 bands. This bitch blew 100. This bitch blew 100 and goddamn it 50 bands on going shopping, and goddamn it, getting her hair done, man, and her nails done. Oh man, black females, most of y'all just stupid, man. And I'm gonna say that, man. As a matter of fact, and just to put more credence behind it, I'm gonna come up when I say, for the most part, the overwhelmingly mass majority of y'all is just stupid, man. Y'all dumb, man. Sadly enough, man, and this cannot be argued. I mean, it could, but don't matter. This will be the story and case for a lot of y'all bras, man. A lot of y'all bras would do exactly what Cheyenne did, man. Y'all would do the exact same thing in the exact same fashion. Oh, I got 150,000, which, when you think about it in the grand scheme of things, that's really not a lot of money, right? Oh my God, man. Y'all just see that? Let me read that list again. This chick just blew 150K on bullshit, man. Y'all hear me, man? It blew 150K on straight bull. Schwartz reviewed how Jenkins-Hernandez had been spending the money. 36,000. Somebody get a calculator and add all this up, man. Add this up as I'm saying it, and then hit us with the total in the comment section. $36,858 on clothing, including maternity wear. $39,347 on home goods. Right? $25,577 shopping online, and $11,792 in self-care, including gym fees and visits to hair and nail salons. You gotta be shitting me, man. Like, you gotta be shitting me, man. You know what I'm talking about? You gotta be shitting me, man. All that money, man, just gone. What about the little girl, man? There is reason to question whether the expenditures were for Aviel's benefit, said attorney Robert O'Regan, who is representing Schwartz in the court dispute. To be fair, this little girl should have a decent life with what her father left for her. Exactly. No one would complain if there were reasonable expenses. We're talking about over-the-top or otherwise unrelated expenses to Aviel. Now Schwartz and Jenkins-Hernandez are locked in a battle over who controls the money that remained after the death of Hernandez, who hanged himself in prison after being convicted of murdering Odin Lloyd, the boyfriend of Jenkin-Hernandez's sister. Just a few days before his death, Hernandez had been acquitted of a separate double murder in the South End. When Schwartz declined to pay Aviel's dancing bill, Jenkins-Hernandez promptly asked the Bristol County probate judge to remove him as trustee, arguing he was potentially forcing the child to give up her favorite extracurricular activity. Jenkins-Hernandez, who gave birth to a second daughter by another man in 2018, literally a year later after Hernandez so-called hung himself, insists she hasn't improperly spent money and the money from the trust fund should be available when she needs it. Since Aaron's death, my sole focus has been on raising and providing as stable a life for my children as possible. Now, notice what she just said. That's a powerful statement right there. Since Aaron's death, my sole focus has been on raising and providing as stable a life for my children as possible. Now, mind you, she had another child a year later. That's not Aaron's child. So, you know, Aaron's money that he left to Avielle ain't got nothing to do with that other dude's baby. Flat out. Her lawyer, Stephen Withers, called this controversy much to do about nothing. What Cheyenne has done is focus on her children. Any allegation or insinuation that she's spending money inappropriately or for any other purpose is absolutely false. But Schwartz said Jenkins-Hernandez appears to have broken the rules, and he has asked that she be removed as Avielle's conservator. A court appointment that allowed her to set up the trust fund Schwartz now administers. If she loses that role, a new conservator will receive Hernandez's pension and Social Security checks and decide how the money should be spent. The downfall of Aaron Hernandez was one of the most shocking in American sports history, as the Patriots star tight end was revealed by a brutal killer, exposing an ugly underside, or to be a brutal killer, exposing an ugly underside of the NFL. The Boston Globe Spotlight team found that Hernandez had long been prone to wild mood swings and sudden violence. After his death, his brain showed signs of chronic traumatic encephalopathy, or CTE, which can be caused by repeated blows to the head, but the warning signs were overlooked as long as he was watching or catching touchdown passes. Jenkins-Hernandez, who started dating Hernandez when both were in high school in New Britain, Connecticut, testified as a prosecution witness during his murder trial, but has insisted her fiance was innocent. She told jurors that the day after the killing of Lloyd, she removed a box from the couple's 7,100 square foot North Attleboro home at Hernandez's direction and discarded it. Authorized believe the box contained the murder weapon, which was never found. You rat bastard. You rat bastard broad, you, Cheyenne. After his death, Jenkins-Hernandez took her fiance's name, of course he did, and unsuccessfully sued the NFL over his diagnosis of CTE. Oh, here we go, y'all. Y'all listening to this, man? Nothing could bring back the high-flying NFL lifestyle she once knew at one point. According to court documents, her daughter, Avielle, was receiving public assistance. And because Jenkins-Hernandez and Hernandez were never married and he died without a will, any assets will go to Avielle, his sole heir, not to her. Jenkins-Hernandez does not have a job either, according to her attorney. So hold on. Let me get this straight, man. Let me get this straight, man. Let me get this straight, all right, Cheyenne, man. So you mean to tell me she ain't got no job, man? She ain't got nothing going for herself? And this is what we be talking about. And this goes to tell you that, you know, she's a pretty broad, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. Cheyenne is a bad bitch, man. She's bad. You know, I ain't gonna see her pert like she ain't. She cold. And that's, you know, she's cold to a level to where, you know, dudes would probably be willing to take care of her and provide for her. You know what I'm saying? And Aaron was one of them dudes. You know what I'm saying? They was high school sweethearts, you know, and but he never married her though. So there was a reason why he didn't marry her. You hear me? There was a reason why he didn't marry her. Oh, let me do it like this. All right. Hold on real quick, y'all. Yeah, we gotta get them demons up out of here, man. You hear me? Get the sex bots up out of here, man. Get the demons up through. You hear me? Get the demons up through. You know what I'm talking about? So, yeah, man. You know. And she just clearly just was like on some, you know, he clearly just chose her. You know what I'm saying? They been messing around since high school. You know what I'm saying? She a bad little broad. You want to put something up in her. You know what I'm saying? A little bit, you ain't got to work. I got everything. You you don't need to work. You know, I'm Aaron Hernandez, man. You know, playing for the Patriots, man. You know, my woman ain't got to work. But come on, it's been what, 5 years, going on 6 years since the brother allegedly killed himself, or allegedly offed himself, and you ain't got nothing going on. You squandered the $150K that he was giving you. And let this be a lesson to y'all, man. Marrying these chicks out here, and y'all got y'all's paper up, man. Listen here, I'm telling you, don't do it. Don't do it. You hear me? If you feel the need to want to marry one of these broads, man, you done made yourself into a millionaire type of guy, you better make her sign a prenup. You better make sure it's a thorough prenup, too. You hear me? You better make sure it's a thoroughbred prenup, right? And you make sure in that prenuptial agreement that if things somehow don't work out, she's leaving with everything she came with and nothing more. That's it, right? And you also make sure you throw into that equation of that agreement via the prenuptial agreement that if somehow y'all was to ever not make it through the course of the relationship and break up the relationship and end the relationship, you make sure you put in the clause in there that upon this happening, if it happens, I'm not paying child support. You know you can put that into your prenuptial agreement. I wonder how many of y'all are aware of that. No, when we leave, if we break up, everything is going to go back to how it was before it was. You know, we make sure you include a contingency plan in your prenuptial agreement to where you get joint custody, right? Shared parenting, 50-50 custody. Half of the year the kids stay with you, half of the year they stay with her. She makes sure she's able to provide for them in whatever way she has to. And like I said, she leave with everything she came with, nothing more, nothing less. Yeah, man, all y'all dudes out here getting y'all's paper together and marrying these crazy ass broads, man. Marriage is at 87% plus divorce rate with or should I say the divorce rate is 87% of the time being initiated by these broads, man. Quit playing. I see why dudes is shunning away from being married and marrying. It's a bad investment. Especially when all these chicks, they just get bored or they get tired or they get bored. They feel like they ain't happy no more. They just want to break everything off. You know what I mean? Crazy, man. But Ayanna is clearly financially irresponsible like most chicks are. Clearly, she's not good with taking care of financial situations like most chicks are. And clearly, she has ulterior motives. It could be argued. That we ain't going to say that's too clear. We're just going to say it could be argued, all right? Let's get back to this article, though. You know what I'm saying? This article is crazy, man. Nothing could bring back the high-flying NFL lifestyle she once knew. At one point, according to court documents, her daughter Avielle was receiving public assistance. And because Jenkins-Hernandez and Hernandez were never married and he died without a will, any assets would go to Avielle, his sole heir, not to her. Exactly. Jenkins-Hernandez does not have any job either, according to her attorney. Wow. Even so, the settlement of Hernandez's estate, including the sale of their North Attleboro mansion, brought Jenkins-Hernandez some financial stability. The trust administered by Schwartz paid for her current Rhode Island home and all related expenses, as well as Avielle's school tuition. Separately, Jenkins-Hernandez directly received Hernandez's pension and Social Security payments, although Schwartz said those funds, too, are supposed to be spent exclusively for the benefit of her daughter. As the conservator for her daughter, Jenkins-Hernandez was supposed to file annual disclosures for the last several years as the show she was spending the money, but Schwartz said she only recently began submitting them. Schwartz was shocked by what he saw on the expenditure forms, tens of thousands of dollars in what he called questionable expenses, such as $4,800 in charges at Harris department store that seemed to benefit her more than her daughter. She made $29,650. She made $29,650 in ATM withdrawals and paid $13,778 in bank charges, mostly overdraft fees. There is every reason to question whether and how Jenkins-Hernandez is applying the significant resources that she should be available to pay for Avielle's daily needs.
including dance lessons, especially since all of her basic housing security and educational expenses are paid for from the trust, wrote O'Regan, a partner in the law firms Burns and Levinson, in a filing submitted on Schwartz's behalf. Schwartz was particularly concerned that Jenkins-Hernandez reported spending $39,655 on education, including $3,720 for Bay Path University, a private university in Western Massachusetts. Avielle is not in college, wrote O'Regan, and her school bills are already paid for from the trust. Jenkins-Hernandez also spent $12,830 on something called Ask My Accountant. Neither Jenkins-Hernandez nor her lawyer would explain what that is or discuss any other specific expenditures. Damn. Y'all hear this shit, man? This is crazy, man. I filed the accountings on her behalf and feel comfortable they were appropriate, Withers said. Questions can be easily answered. Everything she has done has been wholly appropriate, and I look forward to this matter being beneficially resolved and this distraction put behind her. Our focus is making sure Avielle has the best life she can, and that's what Cheyenne is focused on, he said. O'Regan does not question Jenkins-Hernandez's devotion to Avielle, but wonders if she felt entitled to Hernandez's money. Of course she do. Huh? Of course she feels entitled to that man's money. Why wouldn't she? Right? She got her daughter. Right? She thinking in her head every bit of money that he ever made up until he allegedly offed himself belongs to her now. And I can understand her feeling like that if she was his wife, right? And the fact that she was willing to be strung along by Aaron without being his wife lets you know what type of broad she is. Because if she was any type of woman, she would have made sure that Aaron would have married her, especially before getting pregnant by him, flat out. We are dealing with human behavior here, O'Regan told the Globe. If you're someone like Cheyenne, someone in this situation with Aaron, who was an NFL superstar for a championship football team, who dies and leaves a child, you might think you get to spend this money any way you want. Nobody told her she can't or she's not listening, right? The motions from both sides are pending, and Schwartz has requested the case be transferred to a special court that deals with complex disputes like this. A hearing on Jenkins-Hernandez's motion to force Schwartz to pay for the dance lessons was supposed to be heard earlier this month, but was canceled. According to Withers, Jenkins-Hernandez was able to make other arrangements pay for Avielle's dance lessons. Going forward, O'Regan argues Jenkins-Hernandez should no longer be entrusted with funds for her daughter, who is eligible to receive the trust funds when she turns 25. Currently, the fund contains around $700,000. Right? Y'all hear that, man? $700,000. $700,000. Wow. You did. And this is not including everything else that's taken care of. This is just what she's going to be due upon turning 25. Right? I believe that Jenkins-Hernandez has been commingling the child's funds with her own, wrote O'Regan in a court filing. It don't take a rocket scientist to figure that out, right? I believe that Ms. Jenkins-Hernandez's ongoing conflict, her almost 5-year-long record of excessive expenditures, continuous violations of this court's decree, and her failure to file an inventory and up-to-date accounts all indicate that despite what might be her best intentions, Ms. Jenkins-Hernandez is not effectively performing her duties as conservator. Yeah, she look a little crazy right there. But yeah, though, man. Imagine that, man. Vernon 85, what it do, man? We got my brother Vernon 85 in the building. Everybody in the building, man. We got Glitch Guarantee in the building. We got the homie Plexus in the building. Time TV. Uncle Diggity in the building. You dig? Smash that like button, y'all. Click on the bell, subscribe to the page, man. We talking about AYANNA Curry. I mean, I'm thinking of Steph Curry girl. Hernandez. Cheyenne, whatever it is, right? You hear? And she done sit up there and blew this from all that boy money, man. Well, she didn't blow all the money, but the money that she's being given, she's blowing it. How do you squander $150K a year? Why are you sending her to school? All her going to school. All that stuff is taken care of. You ain't got to spend money. And you, on top of all of that being taken care of, you still getting $150K a year, which is more than enough to raise your little girl. That's more than enough money to raise her to where she could be living the best in the best life she could. Y'all already living in Massachusetts. You did. And this just goes to show y'all, man, right? This just goes to show that when it comes to presiding over money, especially large lump sums of money, most of these chicks are absolutely horrible at it. And it's a lots of things, man. You know, Aaron Hernandez has been knowing her since high school, right? This is a little high school sweetheart. And when he got in a position to take care of her, he probably told her, like, look, I'll take care of you. You ain't got to work. You ain't got to do any of that. And she took it and ran with it. Right? Now, did she know the guy was going to end up doing what he was allegedly accused of doing and then found guilty of doing? Probably not. But she was left a whole bunch of money. And after him allegedly offing himself, she was left with more than enough money to be able to live and provide for herself, especially their daughter. But less than a year later, she had a baby by a whole nother dude, right? By a whole nother guy. Oh my God. Just terrible.
A battle tonight over money that's supposed to be going to Aaron Hernandez's daughter, and it involves the former Patriots' former fiancée and her spending habits.
Yeah, investigative reporter Ted Daniel has covered the Hernandez case closely since it first broke, and Ted, Shanna Jenkins-Hernandez is being asked to actually prove that she is spending on her daughter and not herself.
Mark and Carrie, it's been nearly 6 years since Aaron Hernandez killed himself in prison. Court documents say since then, Shanna Jenkins-Hernandez has been getting about $150,000 a year
for her
daughter's expenses. This battle started when Jenkins asked for an additional $10,000 from a trust set up in the girl's name after her father's death. The last time we saw Aaron Hernandez's daughter Avielle was at his funeral. She's now 10 years old, living with her mother, Shanna Jenkins-Hernandez, in Rhode Island. Court documents say Jenkins-Hernandez gets about $150,000 a year from Hernandez's NFL pension and Social Security. When she asked for an additional $10,000 to pay for Avielle's dance lessons, an independent third party overseeing a trust set up for Avielle refused. In this filing, the lawyer for the trustee says Jenkins-Hernandez has had $832,040.83 available to her since her appointment as conservator.
Now, let me repeat this number to y'all, man. $832,040.83. Huh? Y'all hear that, man?
To pay for dance lessons. The trustee points to Jenkins' documented spending, including more than $10,000 in bank service charges, mostly bounced checks, the filing says, $27,000 in clothing, $23,000 in home goods, and $3,700 paid to a university in Western Mass. According to the trustee, the spending merits scrutiny because it hasn't been made clear how those expenses benefit Avielle. We reached out to Jenkins. Her lawyer sent this statement. It reads in part, "The allegations made against my client are unfounded. My client is a devoted mother doing her best to provide a stable life for her children, which is why she created the trust in question in the first place. The facts, when presented in full, will bear these truths out." And we're getting both sides here. We also reached out to the trustee's attorney, Robert O'Regan. He tells me my client has a fiduciary duty to Avielle. It is more or less the same duty that Shayanna has as a conservator. It is to see to it that the resources her father left behind for Avielle are used to support Avielle.
Not your lifestyle.
That Jenkins-Hernandez's role as conservator be suspended, and he wants a full accounting of her spending in 2022. Jenkins-Hernandez has asked that a new trustee be appointed. I'm investigative report.
Right? Y'all hear that? Just terrible. I mean, just terrible, man. Just terrible. Even in death. Even in death, man. You hear me? It don't make no sense, man. $150,000+. It said $171,000 a year. She was getting a total of $832,000. Right, was made available to this girl. You hear me? When Aaron allegedly killed himself in 2017. Right? $832,000. Right? $832,000, man. That's a lot of money, man. You hear me? Shout out to my brother Vernon 85 for coming through with the contribution to the situation. You did. Vernon 85, a real one, all supporting the real ones. You hear me? Real one, all supporting the real ones. You did. Appreciate that, brother. You hear me? Appreciate that, brethren. But yeah, though, y'all, man. All that money, man. 800. Let me do the math. Let me do some math real quick for y'all. 832,000. What? 832,000. 040.32, right? Aaron allegedly offed himself in 2017. That was roughly 5 years ago. She was getting $166,000 a year. Right? She been getting roughly 170 bands a year ever since Aaron allegedly took himself out. Right? Now, imagine if you, right now, you listening, whoever you are, because I guarantee you most of y'all listening right now ain't making nowhere near $166,000 a year. So just imagine if you was in a situation to where you had the opportunity to where you could live off of a free $166,000 a year, and you have to do absolutely nothing for it. Think about that. Think about the type of lifestyle you could be living if you had $166,000 put into your bank account annually every year for the next 5 years. Oh my God, man. Oh my God. This girl done blew the bag, man. And this is the stuff that we be talking about, man. Right? This is why Wrestling Essence the Kev, you know what I'm saying? He used to always talk about this too, man. You know what I'm saying? And he used to always speak on this. This is why I see Wrestling Essence to him and Sinful, man. That's crazy. It's crazy. I understand why he had respect for Sinful though, man, because you know, so when it comes to the ism, man, and I had to explain this to one of my homies the other day as well, too, man, because you know, niggas, not so much as my homie is a gay goofy Gillen, he just don't know. You know what I'm saying? He just ignorant. You know what I mean? To the fact. This is why pimps don't give their hoes money. Like cash in their hands or money in a bank account that they have access to. Right? Because for the most part, what's she gonna do with it? This is why, you know, you got some husband and wives from back in the day where even if she was to work, the husband still presided over all of the money. You know what I'm saying? And why is that? Because what I mean, especially as a married woman, what do you actually need cash for? What do you need money in your own account for? I want to hear one of y'all ladies explain it to me. If you are married to a man, right now, this, of course, applies to different levels, but even on all levels, though, even if y'all both two average earning people, right? It would make sense for the man to preside over the money and dole the money out as needed, as necessary. Because 9 times out of 10, most of y'all girls, y'all going to do online shopping. Y'all going to blow the bag, man. 9 times out of 10. 9 times out of 10, a lot of y'all chicks don't have the discipline to go without. Y'all don't have the discipline to live by meager means. Y'all are not frugal. Right? Y'all don't have the discipline to not go shopping, not go out, not go partying, not go on trips. All the travelistas out there, man. I ain't met so many travelistas in my life, man. You hear me? You know what I'm talking about? Shout out to Freeze for posting that paperwork, man. Let me cam up for this. Shout out to Freeze for posting that paperwork. See, I'm a real one, man. I don't know when I used to listen to Sinful and hear him explaining his situation. I know the guy wasn't lying. I myself have been in certain situations and I've been locked up with dudes. Like I said, I've been in the joint, man. You hear me? Plus, I'm not no goofy dude, man. I know real from fake. You hear me? It's just unfortunately most of y'all dudes is fake as hell. Most of y'all bras too. Right? Shout out to Freeze for keeping the homie Sinful's name and legacy intact like a real one's supposed to. You hear me? I respect that. You hear me? Because if it was one of my homies, I'll be keeping my brother's name alive and keeping his legacy alive too. Anybody who would think they're gonna get away with speaking negatively or down on my name and on my brethren's name, I'm gonna let you know that nah, I'm gonna always hit y'all with the actual facts. Right? Actual facts. Yeah. But the truth of the matter is, y'all, most of y'all chicks, man, if y'all was given this amount of money, y'all would blow it. That 166 grand will be gone within a couple few days. Maybe less. Right? And all of this is contributing to the current society and situation how it is now, man. Right? Rest in the essence to Aaron Hernandez. You feel me? Very unfortunate what happened to the brother. You know what I'm saying? Very unfortunate what happened to the brother. Like I say, some very questionable circumstances surrounding that whole situation. But, you know, it is what it is. Rest in the essence to Aaron Hernandez. You feel me? But, and this is what I want to speak on too, man, right? She's a beautiful young lady. She looked like her mama. You feel me? Ayanna looked like she didn't let herself go or something, though. I don't know if this is an old picture or a new picture. Let me pull up some, and she kept his last name, too. Right? Think about that, y'all. She kept her brother's last name. Right? So she could keep her name in the public eye. Now she got 2 little girls. Right? y'all stupid, man. For real. It'd be crazy how y'all just be choosing to be single mothers. That shit is fucking insane to me, man. Right? That's insane to me, man. No, Ayanna's still looking good. She's still looking good. I'm looking at her IG. All right. I'm looking at her IG. She's still looking good. You dig? She's still looking all right. You know what I'm talking about? She's still looking all right. You hear me? Still looking all right. She's staying in that gym. You did. But what I'm seeing as I'm looking at her pictures, I'm not seeing the other guy who's the father of her other child. So, and this is the stuff we be talking about, man. Y'all can't continue to think that this type of behavior is going to be displayed and we ain't going to say nothing or critique it or speak on it. Lance Parker in the building was good. Now, this all goes into what y'all know about what y'all know about they've been talking about and having discussions. And if I'm not mistaken, I think a couple of states have already passed this legislation to where for situations like this right here, they're about to be getting very strict on the child support laws and the child support procedures on how they dole out the monies. Right? They're talking about issuing child support debit cards. How many of y'all heard about this? How many of y'all heard about the child support debit cards, which I think is something that should have been popping off top? Right? So that's just to make sure that the money that these dudes is getting taken up top for, because that's exactly what's happening. Right? It gets spent on what it needs to be spent on for the children, because the money that you girls get, listen here, man, let me say this too. The money y'all bras get for child support, that money is not to pay your bills. It's money to contribute to paying your bills, but it's not money to completely, totally, solely pay all your bills. Make no mistake about that. Oh, I know. I don't want to, you can sit up here and say whatever you want, but as a person who's on child support and thoroughly have been doing my study into this stuff, shout out to Mr. Palmer. I got put up on a lot of game from just watching Mr. Palmer's platform. The one white boy come on there, he knows so much about child support. I learned a lot from just listening to him on Mr. Palmer's platform. So shout out to them 2 dudes. But I've also been looking to this in my own state of Ohio, Franklin, County of Franklin. I'm telling y'all, right? They're about to change things up from this child support thing, man. You hear me? Just like with Cheyenne here, all that money you spending, how can they surmise, or how can you prove that all of that money you spent was, money spent with the best interest, of the little girl involved? All that money, 40 bands spent shopping, what were you buying? And how does that contribute to the needs of Aviel? which is, I think that's a beautiful name for a little girl. I mean, that's a beautiful name, right? Think about that, y'all. So this is why they're talking about doing this child support debit card stuff, so they can make sure, so they can better enforce that these monies are being spent on what they're supposed to be spent on. Because I don't know if any of you guys are on child support or have been on child support, but there's a list of expenditures, right, that your child's mother is supposed to be spending that money on, right? It's just that, and as you pay attention, it's just that the child support agencies, they don't enforce these things. And it's a reason why they don't enforce it. All right? They don't enforce it because it's creating the situations it's creating right now. Right? This is the reason why they enforce it, so it can create the exact environment for what's happening now to happen. See, like I tell y'all all the time, man, these people, this system uses people. It'll give you some illusory power, clout, notoriety, popularity. But once this system gets done with using you for whatever purpose it needs to use you for after their agenda by using you has been met, oh, they're going to discard you very harshly. Right?
The state of Delaware is experimenting with a new type of child support in a form of a card, which works much like an EBT card.
Okay.
The child
This was
support
7
card
years ago,
will
y'all.
prohibit parents from paying for certain items like gas, rent, and adult clothing.
And liquor.
Lonnie, what do you think? What are you thinking? Is this a good idea?
Well, I mean, you know what? Okay, this is a thing.
Now, mind you, man, listen, right? When it comes to Lonnie Love, let me kill him up for this, man. Lonnie Love need to shut her fat ass up, man. I don't know why they treating her like she just some resident. I'm glad that, man, I was so happy when that show went off the air. Unfortunately for everybody who worked behind the scenes, right? It's not fortunate for them. And I felt for them. And whenever that type of situation happened, but you know, that's the nature of the media environment and media industry, right? And but I'm so glad that that TV show is off the air because it sucked. All these daytime talk shows weren't nothing but hour-long programs promoting feminism and demasculating, emasculating, feminizing men, all men, not even specifically, especially any race or group, but all men, right? And then you got Lonnie Love up here who watered it all outside, ain't married, and ain't, I would dare say probably even can't have kids. You know, they going to her to ask her about child support. Like, that's what I be saying, man. Like, God damn. My man Lance Parker said laws have to change if they want men back at the table. Child support and family courts are big business. Yes, they are. But you want to know something, Lance Parker? They're starting to become a tax burden on the system. You know, they overcooked the pudding, so to speak. You feel me? On this child support thing. You know what I'm saying? Its goal was to break men and put men in the poorhouse, right? But you got to think, especially when it comes to us black men. Let me go ahead and connect some dots for y'all, since y'all like to do all these stats and shit, right? Since y'all, a lot of y'all like to do stats and statistics and data and the empirical data and, you know, statistical data, all these tests and all that stuff, you know what I'm saying? Versus losing y'all's actual life experience like how I can. You hear me? I'm going to use some stats. I'm going to use y'all stuff, right? Okay, so this is why the child support system is restructuring itself in the way it is, right? It takes a very intelligent, but critical thinking person to be able to see through this. It's so see-through, right? Child support was being enforced. Let's just be clear. Child support was created for white dudes. Let's just be honest about that, right? Child support was created for white guys. White guys who were coming back from the war, and it was the depression, and you know what I'm saying, they couldn't provide for their families. A lot of guys were alcoholic due to having PTSD from what they experienced in World War I, fighting on the front lines in trench style warfare. I couldn't even imagine no shit like that, right? And, you know, these were mostly white guys, y'all. And when they came home, they was fried, man. They was fried. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of them just was drinking themselves into oblivion. You know, a lot of them just were not taking care of their families, right? Exactly. It definitely is, Lance Parker. And that's any man, all men. That ain't just no specific group. Making men financially impotent is a good way to destroy a society. Men built societies, not women. So we'll be in a society's best interest to advocate for their young boys and men to be the scientists, the engineers, the doctors, the nurses, the lawyers, the judges, police officers, politicians. It makes sense for the men to do that because that's men's work. Working in the factories, working in the fields. That's men's work. But see, this system is a Baphomet system, so it don't care nothing about masculinity. Huh? Did y'all hear what I just said? Child support was originally designed and created, or should I say formed, for the white guy. A lot of people be asking this question. These are people who clearly lost or don't practice their ability to critically think, one, or two, their intentional, wittingly being agent provocateur and feigning ignorance as if they don't know this stuff, which means that they're using y'all for y'all's bread and using y'all for and siphoning y'all's energy from y'all, which correlates into y'all's money, right? It's so easy to see through this, man, right? And the other day, my brother Red was discussing when old bald head bird ass brought on here who be talking about goddamn it, why didn't black men create a system for black women who I guess became single mothers as a process from men leaving them, which wasn't happening in the black community, which is why no system was created by that or for that. You want to know why? Because 87%, 90% of black families were married when the child support laws were created for the white guys. That's why there was no need for such a system amongst black folks, because black folks were married at such a high percentage that they were outmarried any other groups of people, including the so-called white people. Black families were building generational wealth. It was 2-3 families all on the same block. And then you have cities like Tulsa, like Ocala, Columbus, Ohio, Harlem, Chicago, and then it just goes on and on and on. Where Rosewood, you know, you have black communities that were fully self-sufficient. O.W. Gurley and out there in Tulsa had their own economy. They did not need the structure, the system of the Federal Reserve. They didn't need it. It wasn't beneficial to them. I ain't gonna go there, y'all. We gonna stick to Aaron and Hernandez and Cheyenne, and you know we gonna stick to that. So that's why, goofy ass girl with your bald head ass. That's why a system wasn't created by black men to support financially for these single mother black women, which weren't in existence in large numbers up until the past like 30 years. Most black women who had children were married to their husbands. I want y'all to understand that in the 1960s, which isn't that long ago when you think in the grand scheme of time, in the 1960s, black families were married at percentages of 87+%. Do y'all understand those numbers? Huh? There was no need for a welfare system amongst black people because most black people were raised under familial structure. Even in the case of where guys have multiple families. O.W. Gurley. O.W. Gurley, who y'all may have heard of from Black Wall Street fame, that guy had like 3 or 4 different families. O.W. Gurley was a billionaire back in the 20s. And this is why the system and structure is set the way it is, because, you know, you see how those numbers have been reversed now? Now, some of these people like the bald head broad, right? I'm just going to sit here and say this. They're either feigning ignorance, which I'm going to say most of y'all, that's what y'all doing because I'm not stupid, or y'all are so disillusioned and have become out of touch with reality that y'all actually be believing some of this false ass narrative, redacted, re-scriptured, remixed history y'all be spewing with these numbers and stuff. This is crazy to me, man. It's absolutely insane to me, Lance Parker, bro. Especially as a learn and study guy who knows his stuff. Right? I'm only smart enough to know how much I don't know, y'all. But with that being said, I know a lot, right? And I don't speak on things that I don't know about to be a fact and can prove to you, like I do with anything else I discuss with y'all. Right. And this is why I do my research and do stuff I do. So when I do speak on the stuff I say in this form and fashion on this public platform, putting myself to scrutiny by showing my face, talking about these sensitive issues, right? A lot of y'all soft ass dudes will just not do. Right? We got to keep it 1,000, y'all, man. Quit playing. Right? Child support. Child support debit cards. Let's go. We're going to get back to it, man. I just wanted to touch on that real quick, man.
That I know about child support. Like, you know, child support goes to the one that's the major caregiver. And I think it's...
No. See, that's where she's wrong right there. And this is crazy because Lonnie be bragging. Lonnie brags about being college educated. And I'm going to do a show on this one of these days, too. College education is really indoctrination, right? Hold on real quick, y'all. Yeah, man, my fault, y'all, man. That was my daughter's mom calling me about my daughter. My daughter's going to be on the cover of her school's yearbook. And she's about to send me the link to go order my copy. My daughter, she's an outstanding student. She plays the trombone very well. I'm very proud of my baby girl, man. Let me come up real quick. I'm very proud of my daughter. She's growing into such a beautiful young lady. She's very well-mannered. She ain't all fast. She ain't trying to be grown. You hear me? She's still a kid. You know, my daughter likes, you know, Roblox and stuff like that, man. She still play Roblox and stuff like that, man. She'll be 14 here in a couple weeks, man. She's very mature. You know, she's well-spoken. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Y'all heard her when she was on the show. You know what I'm saying? If y'all remember. Once y'all go to my video section and y'all scroll down, y'all going to see where I had a whole show with my daughter. Chopping it up with my baby girl about how she felt about, what was we talking about? I think we was talking about something to do with the school system, man. You feel me? And we was speaking with Jen. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, y'all go check that out. Y'all, I say, you don't see too many people doing that type of, man, having chop-up sessions with their kids, man, to get your children's perspective on things, man. But, yeah, though, my baby girl, man, she's making me very proud, man. She's developing to a beautiful young lady, talented young lady. She's an artist of so many different artistry. She can draw. You feel me? She's very skilled, very gifted at playing the trombone. You know what I'm saying? And amongst other things, man. So you know what I mean? Shout out to Jen, man. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no mistake where she get it from. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? But yeah, though, man. Let's go back to this, man.
It's good that they do have the card
Yes.
and have certain restrictions. But I also want to say that if you are the parent, you're a parent, if you have a child 24/7, there's nothing wrong if it's your day off to take $50 and go have a meal. I think that's
yeah, but that's $50 of your own money that you got from whatever you do with your job or business, whatever, not money that is being allotted to you via the child's father, specifically for the care of the child, not for the care of you. Absolutely not. And I think it's very disrespectful. And you know, this is how you know this show, this was a ruse, and I'm glad it's gone, because not one of these chicks held her accountable by saying that. She ain't even a mom. Right? So her opinion is automatically just moot at that point anyway. But also the fact that she's speaking on this, talking about some, yeah, I mean, yeah, you deserve every now and again to go get something to eat and spend $50 on something to eat, but not $50 of the money that comes from your child's father that is strictly for them. Hell no.
okay.
That's okay, but some people take advantage of it.
Yeah, as long as you don't take advantage of it. But I'm just saying, because, you know, come on, some people, they're not paying a lot of in child support.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like they trying to act like, you know, they paying $1,500, $2,000. Some are, but I'm talking about where I'm from, you know, the D. That $300 a week is, come on, bruh. $300 a week.
But the reason why they put it into action is because, sadly, you guys,
There are those ladies
there
out
are
there.
a lot
Nah,
more
I gotta go.
people that are taking advantage of child support, and that's why they put this into action. That's why they're coming up with this idea, because you can't take your girlfriends out for drinks on your child support.
You can't.
No, that's true.
You
But
can't
also, I think
using a card.
it becomes a time when you, as the parent, you have rights, especially if you're paying child support, you have visitation. Why don't we start talking to each other as parents and as aunties and uncles about, hey, where's this money going to?
Absolutely.
I think it depends on the person and the type of situation, because there are women out there,
Yes.
this is the real,
Their fathers too.
who search for the dudes that have the money and say, you know what?
Well, that's
I'm
a whole different level. That's child support on a whole.
That happens.
Women do that.
Absolutely.
They take advantage of the situation.
But I think when you look at a bill of a mother who's charging things using child support money, moms also deserve.
Hey man, that was let me just tell y'all something real quick. That was my dentist that just called me, man. She's a sweetheart, man. Very thorough, man. You know, so I just got some work done on my mouth today. I'm telling y'all, man, I'm about to get all this stuff done with my teeth. I'm about to go get my shit whitened and all that shit, man. I'm talking about, gotta make sure your furniture is right. And she just called me, you know, told me if I got, you know, I mean, this was a beautiful thing, man. I appreciate when people do thorough work and is good with it. She was real fast with it, real quick, and I could tell she knew what she was doing. And she went in there and got it done, and now we good. You know what I'm saying? Now, this healing process come up. Now I'm gonna go get the joints done, get the shit whitened, and we're gonna be good to go. You did? You hear me, man? But yeah, I just wanted to share that with y'all real quick, man. You know what I'm saying? That was my dentist that just called me. We got to get back to it though. Tap in.
To dudes that have the money and say, you know what?
Well, that's a whole different level. That's child support on a whole.
But women do that.
Absolutely.
They take advantage of the situation.
But I think when you look at a bill of a mother who's charging things using child support money, moms also deserve to be able to take care of themselves and to be able to spend on themselves. Like, if a mom is going to the gym, she needs to get a workout in and she needs to feel good about herself. If a mom is going to go get a drink with child support money, she should get that drink. It's really good.
No, absolutely not. Put a 1 in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat if you agree with that. Should your child support money that you are paying, right? Should that money be used or be able to be used by your child's mother so they can go get a goddamn drink? Hell no, man. Absolutely not. You don't deserve, right? You don't deserve to live off of my hard earnings just because you got a baby by me, especially if you want my goddamn wife. Hell no, you don't deserve that. You better go get you a job or two, figure that stuff out. And that's crazy because if y'all don't pay those administrative fees, they tear y'all out the frame. I don't know. Child support is nothing to do with the betterment or the improvement of the child in any form or fashion. It ain't got nothing to do with that. It is strictly a system strictly designed to break men, not only financially, but eventually spiritually and emotionally and mentally. Right? Because it's our natural role, it's our natural design, it's our natural desire to want to provide. Right? And when we are stripped of the ability to provide, right, I'm telling you, man, you ever seen a man down on his toes, man? That's why you see dudes be hitting banks and stuff like that, man. Dudes get desperate when they need some money, man, because they don't have that ability to provide no more, man. We talking about men, though, man. Not these cornball dudes that y'all be letting skeet up and y'all have all these kids by. Talking about then you have all these kids by all these different bum-ass dudes and then expect some dude to come and just take care of another dude's kid. That's crazy to me, y'all, man. Hey, listen here, and this ain't even on no bash and stuff. This ain't on no old gender war, because I don't even, I'm not even in that game, man. I don't do that. I just a real one, and I observe things. I come from a single parent structure for a amount of time, you know what I'm saying? And I came from when my mom and dad was married. You hear me? So I got experiences from both sides. You feel me? And what I will say is that, you know what I'm saying, the whole child support structure, the system, the structure of the whole system is, for one, is demonic, and two, it doesn't benefit the children at all. Like, at all. Especially if, depending on the amount of funds that's being allotted, if the money's not going to the kids, right? The number one thing I regret is not marrying my daughter's mother. Not marrying her because I wanted to. Listen to what I'm saying, right? And I'm speaking from a perspective of now, not because I want to. When I'm speaking as in now, like why I should have, not because I want to be together or whatever, but in the event that if we was together and we went our separate ways for whatever reason, divorce or whatever, I would have equal rights to my child. Right? That's the advantage. Right? That's the advantage of when you marry your child's mother. If for some reason something was to happen to you or her, or that y'all wasn't together, you wouldn't have to go, depending on what the situation was, you wouldn't have to go to child support. You wouldn't have to worry about seeing your children or any of that stuff. In certain situations, this is why I say marriage is not a bad investment, right? Or should I say it doesn't have to be, but we just got to treat marriage like a business. And which it has always been in America anyway, especially since it's not even common law marriages anymore. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause you got to get a whole license to be married. I wonder how many of y'all out there have the intellectual foresight and oversight and insight to understand why common law marriages have been transformed into Admiralty Maritime International Judicial marriages, where you need a license to be married. I want y'all to understand. I wonder how many of y'all actually get what it means as in reference to finance, as in reference to society, what it means when you know what I'm saying? Oh damn, I just lost my train of thought that goddamn quick. Hold on real quick. Those people keep texting me. Right? I don't think a lot of y'all understand what it means, man. You hear me? And when it come to having joint custody, shared parent, whatever the situation is with your child, like I say, when you get married, that solidifies that for you. But in certain circumstances, though, right? And this is why I say if you are going to get married nowadays, which like I said is a horrible investment for the most part, you better sign and get you a thorough prenup put together. Go get you a lawyer, right? Have your lawyer draw up prenuptial agreement for you, and you tell them everything you want in it, right? If a chick is willing, if she's willing, and she really want to be with you, she's going to agree to it. Let's finish listening to these cackling harpies.
I don't know about getting a drink on child support money. I'm sorry.
I think if you're a mother, you absolutely deserve a nice little drink at happy hour.
You do. I'll do that with my own money. Not with the money.
You
I will do get myself.
You hear what Adrian said? Listen to Adrian, y'all. Hold on. Now this is the spicy and the Maylene going at it.
Their fathers
who search for the dudes that have the money and say, you know what?
Well, that's a whole different level. That's child support on a whole
but women do that.
Absolutely.
They take advantage of the situation.
But I think when you look at a bill of a mother who's charging things using child support money, moms also deserve to be able to take care of themselves and to be able to spend on themselves. Like if a mom is going to the gym, she needs to get a workout in and she needs to feel good about herself. If a mom is going to go get a drink with child support money, she should get that drink. I don't know about getting a drink on child support.
I don't know about that either.
If you're a mother, you absolutely deserve a nice little drink at happy hour.
Not on my dollar, though. On your own money. Listen to Adrian.
I will get myself a drink, but I will get it with my own money.
But you don't take advantage of it.
No, I'm sorry. I want to hear about a mom. Yeah.
I'm in two minds. I do think there are people out there that need to be checked.
Yes.
Right.
They do.
Yes.
Because I have given child support to my other half and I've been given child support back.
Okay.
Now, I'm the kind of parent, I have 3 kids.
Yes.
I make sure my kids are treated equally as possible. But when they need clothes and things like that, it's good to be able to have that batch of money for that. Now, I'm kind of one of the ones that uses it wisely because I have money that I can go out and get my
own money.
whatever.
Right.
Yes.
So I'm in two minds. I think some people do need to be checked and some people don't need to be checked.
Can I ask the right
So-
question?
So maybe there's a way.
Honest. This is the real.
What?
Have you ever used the child support inappropriately? Does it happen?
No, I don't think
She
I
got money. I'm
would.
not
If
talking
already
about
had-
her saying.
Yeah,
I
we're
would
talking
work
about
as well.
got money.
We're
She a
talking
spice
about
girl.
her
She
own
you get what I
point.
mean?
Like what she's saying is like, well, I felt I deserved a little splurge on an outfit, so I used that. Does that really
No,
help?
you know what? Where I'm really getting to with this is that because they said that they were also checking the sizes and the ages. Well, maybe you are a person that has maybe 2 or 3 kids, and maybe one father doesn't take care of the other one,
Okay.
which is not their
Yeah, that's not their
point.
fault.
But the point is, as a parent or a mother, you may want to buy the other child something with it, and that's what I'm saying is that there are different reasons why. Because I don't think all women are not like that. All women just don't take. They have other kids and they're trying to budget and everything. So I'm just concerned about the restrictions on the card.
Yes.
That's all I'm saying.
Is there any way that we can check that? That's why I say it depends on the person, because the people who take advantage of the situation shouldn't penalize the women who actually use it for the right
And
reason.
I guess also for me, go ahead.
Well, I have a 16-year-old and she's the same size as me. So if I was going to be buying for my 16-year-old, if I was in that situation,
You just had
I'd
to
be wearing
say
her
you
clothes
the
too.
size of a 16-year-old. You just had to say it, didn't you,
Right? Mel B's ass is fine as hell, though, for real. But yeah, though, y'all, you feel me? What y'all think about that, man? Y'all hear what old girl Jeannie Mai said? Now, that was from 7 years ago, so of course, that's old, though, but it's something that's been popping up in the media here lately again, man. So they're talking about making this a nationwide thing. I'm pretty sure it's popping in other states. You feel me? Right? Now I deserve $50,000 in child support. Hold on real quick, y'all. I ain't about to listen to this corny dude say nothing about it. And I was looking at this, and Derek Jackson got something saying about that. He said something about it. Well, hold on. Since y'all love Derek Jackson so much, man, I'm gonna go ahead and play this, man. Let's see what this fucking nigga got to say, man.
So get this, y'all. I saw this meme a while back, and I thought it was a joke. Just like all the other crazy shit I see, I scroll right past it. But it just resurfaced, and apparently people really feel like this. I think it said child support should come on a card that can only buy baby stuff, not crab legs, trips to Miami, and fake hair. And I'm just like, really, nigga? Maybe now y'all can see why I just knew it had to be sarcasm, made by some 14-year-old aspiring comedian. But no, now I think it was made by a salty-ass deadbeat who's mad his child's mom has a life. Like, look, bro. It don't matter what your child's mom is doing with her money outside of taking care of the child, long as your child is taken care of. Your obligation is still to do your part. Yeah, but she shouldn't be using my money to do it, but she's not. She's using her discretionary income that most single mothers would have left over if they weren't carrying the financial burden of two parents. See, apparently a lot of y'all feel like a mother is supposed to use up every dime of her money first, and only after that will you pitch in for y'all child. Like, what the fuck? Maybe if you was less worried about child support and more worried about actually supporting your child, you'd realize a lot of the shit your baby mom does ain't covered by them payments that you make every month. The monthly payments don't cover waking up in the middle of the night to change a diaper or breastfeed or warm up a bottle. And it don't cover finding a replacement baby.
That's enough of this dude, man. See, when you listen to dudes like that, man, you be like, these niggas are suckers, man. And this is why I'm saying, man, be careful who you get pregnant. Matter of fact, don't get no girl pregnant unless you plan on making her your wife. How about that? And you know, strap up, right? You know, that's what I would tell you. That would be my word of advice to you, brethren. Don't be hitting these chicks raw. Strap up, and don't hit a chick raw unless you want to get her pregnant. And don't get her pregnant unless you want her to be your wife. Flat out. One of my many regrets as a man now. Right? Maybe I'll tell y'all a story. Maybe I'll get into that one of these other days and do a story about that. Right? You know, y'all want nobody to get this stuff messed up or get it twisted, man. You hear me? Don't get it messed up or twisted, y'all, man. You feel me? For the most part, man, you know, for the most part, most of y'all ain't good with money, man. I'm just, you know, and I'm a strong advocate for the child support debit card, right?
I think child support should be put on a card.
Right.
You get the track.
You got to pay rent, so they got to have a roof over their head.
Amazing for a man.
Then you got to pay the electric bill, so they can have heat, air, AC, water, and all that. Then you got to buy them clothes, shoes, socks, dresses, or pants, t-shirts, jeans, etc. Then you got to buy toothpaste, toothbrushes, combs, everything for the hair set. Then dental expenses, and then medical expenses. You got to pay for that too, because they got to have shots.
And that's what's wrong with y'all, man. That's what's wrong with y'all, right? That's why, and listen to this. That's why, you hear me? If y'all are not, if you're gonna have children with chicks who you're not gonna marry, then you better draw up some contracts. That's what I'm just saying, though. Most chicks ain't gonna be going with that type of stuff. So just stop getting these chicks pregnant unless you're gonna marry them, man. You know, don't be just getting random chicks pregnant, man, on the Nick Cannon side. That's corny. That's not manly. Leaving yourself very vulnerable to a broad, man, by getting these chicks pregnant, man. You know, very risky financially. I wouldn't do it. You couldn't pay me to be doing that. Man, listen, y'all niggas is crazy. And that's why I say, man, you, as a man, you can't be controlled or consumed by your lust. You know, rest in answer to my brother. My brother got hella kids, man. It's not a good look. It's not good for business. Now, I'm not saying it's not good for. It's not good for business, right? To have multiple children, but it's not good for business to have multiple children by multiple different women. That's what's not good for business. Just think about it as a man. You make yourself into the best version of yourself, and you become very wealthy. It would behoove you to have all your children by the same woman versus having multiple children from multiple different women, like my brother. And that goes into, you know, all this stuff eventually will lead to, you know, stop lying to these girls, man. Even me, I had to recently not learn that, but I had to recently tell myself that I'm at a point where I'm not, because I used to lie to chicks, man. I keep it real with y'all, man. You know, as a man, you don't need to be lying to anybody about anything, let alone a bride, man. You know what I'm saying? So think about that too. You know? Stop having unprotected sex with these girls, man. If these girls will let you hit them raw, stop messing with them. If you meet a chick and upon you meeting her, y'all feel y'all gonna have sex with her, and she don't tell you to put a condom on, or she don't ask it or make a point to say something about a condom, or you got a condom, right? That means she's okay with you hearing her raw. If a chick don't say something about a condom, that means she's okay with you hearing her raw. We kill about for that right there. Did y'all hear what I said, man? If you about to smash a chick who you've been trying to smash on for however long you've been trying to smash on her, right? When the time comes and she decides she's gonna give you them old cheeks, she decides she's gonna give you that monkey, you understand me? She decides she's gonna give you that box. If she doesn't say something about a condom, I'm talking about if she don't ask you if she got a condom, if she doesn't give you a condom, if she don't even mention anything about a condom, that means she's going to let you hit it, or she's willing to let you hit it raw. And if you anything like a guy like me, it ain't going to take too long for a girl to want to give you them cheeks. So just think about that. Then you wonder why so many of y'all chicks out here just with hella kids by hella different niggas. You're not supposed to be sexually liberated, y'all. You're not supposed to be sexually free. You're not supposed to be promiscuous. You're not supposed to be out here hopping from bellhead to bellhead, man. You're not supposed to be doing that. It's literally, your bodies are literally not designed to do it. Or should I say your body's not designed to do that on a frequent basis without severe adverse effects on you. Physically, I mean, right, as well as emotionally, spiritually, and mentally. Right? So y'all think about that, man. Thanks everybody for coming out and tapping in with me tonight, man. You know, this is a sad situation, because like I say, man, this girl got 166 thou a month, a year for the past 5 years. And it still ain't enough. She want more. She done had kids by a whole nother man. Where that man at? Why ain't we hearing about this guy? That lets you know what type of guy this dude is. He a sucker. You mean to tell me you was with this chick and she got his last name and you got her pregnant? So what your daughter's last name is? Hernandez? Oh my God, man. Whores, man. Absolute whore. You hear me? That is straight whore behavior, man. Straight whore behavior, y'all. That's terrible, man. It's horrible. It's horrible, man. That's terrible, man. That is absolutely horrible. You hear me? Tap in, walk with us, man. Tomorrow night we going in. E&E Fridays, Friday night wrap up. You know how we do it, man. Me and my brother King Els. I got lots of stories to share with y'all tomorrow. I'm pretty sure El got some. We're going to listen to some E&E music. You hear me? Saturday, we having a live listening party for my brother King Els for his album he came out with January 1st this year. Yeah, we're going to get to it, man. Tap in, walk with us, man. Sunday night, Spiritual Roots. I haven't talked to my dad yet. I remember we discussed the show last week, but I forgot what he titled it. So I have a title for y'all by the end of tomorrow. Y'all going to see it posted. We're going in for Spiritual Roots Sundays. I'm pretty sure my pops got a beautiful situation for y'all. You did. Make sure y'all tap in with us, man. Click on the bell. Subscribe to the page, smash that like button, man. Sharing your social engineering. Listen here, man. If you getting a little bit of money, man, invest in your mouthpiece, man. Get your tapes to get your furniture together, man. Shout out to my brother Sinful Pete, Rest in the Essence. That's one thing that he advocates for a lot. Get your teeth straight, man. You hear me? Coming on here on this camera, you got to get your mouth together, man. You feel me? I just came from the dentist today. You feel me? Getting the procedure done. I'm about to get some Invisalign braces. I'm about to get all that shit, get my shit whitened and all that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Take advantage of your health insurance, man. And I'm about to be making my yearly checkup appointment to go to the doctor as well. And I'm about to go get me another pair of glasses here probably this weekend. Yeah. So yeah, y'all, man, thanks for tapping in, walking with me, man. We about to get up through. Enjoy y'all's evening. Appreciate y'all coming through. You know, tone back. Yeah, man. Y'all know we're going to get to it every trip. You know? Oh, shit, here we go. That Piff be acting crazy, man. Acting crazy. Yeah, man. Thanks everybody for tapping in with us tonight, man. We appreciate it. Y'all can be anywhere in the world, but y'all right here with me. And that's a beautiful thing. I'm trying to find a song. What's that song at? Hold on, let me find this song real quick, man. Am I tripping? No, I wasn't. So yeah, y'all, man. Enjoy y'all's evening, man. Thanks for tapping in with me. Y'all know how we do it tomorrow night. We getting in. Friday night wrap up. Oh man, come on, man. I see why all that stuff is going on. Yeah. Let me see if I can pull this up for y'all. Yeah, it's acting crazy. Hold on, man. Let me find something else to ride out to, man. That piff, man. That stuff be acting crazy as hell. Thanks y'all for coming out tonight, man. You know what I'm talking about? Like I say, y'all could be anywhere in the world, but you right here with me, and I appreciate that, man. You know what I'm talking about? Appreciate it. Y'all could be anywhere in the world, like I say, but y'all right here with me, man. I appreciate that. Real serious business, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all could be anywhere, but y'all right here rocking with me, and I appreciate that, man. You know what I'm talking about? Make sure y'all tune in tomorrow night, man. We going in. You did. We going all the way in. E&E Friday night wrap up. You know. You know. Right, what y'all know about this joint right here? Since that piff is acting crazy. All right. I'm about to play this joint for y'all. I'm gonna leave this joint for y'all, man. This is the homie Nike boy, man. You hear me? Shout out to the homie Nike boy, man. Tap in, walk with us, y'all.
Freaky hoes in my Airbnb. Okay. 10 freaky hoes in my Airbnb. 10 freaky hoes in my Airbnb. Okay. She just popped a molly, now she rubbing on me. 10 freaky hoes in my Airbnb. Okay. 10 freaky hoes in my Airbnb. 10 freaky hoes in my Airbnb. Okay. She just popped a perky, now she rubbing on me. 10 freaky hoes in my Airbnb. Okay. Butt booty naked and they smoking good weed. Wanna fuck with the gang cause they know we from the street. Okay. Gotta fuck you T if you wanna fuck me. I take a little bitch and I dig the bitch down. And after I fuck her, I pass her around. Her ass not so fat, but I want me some throat. Put that little bitch in the yoke. If you so dick, better slurp it. My dick won't go down, I'm on Perkins. Give me the neck like a turkey. Keep rubbers, I can't catch the herpes. 10 freaky hoes in my Airbnb. Okay. 10 freaky hoes in my Airbnb. 10 freaky hoes in my Airbnb. Okay. She just popped a molly, now she rubbing on me. 10 freaky hoes in my Airbnb. Okay. 10 freaky hoes in my Airbnb. 10 freaky hoes in my Airbnb. Okay. She just popped a perky, now she rubbing on me. Okay. I put the bitch out of Blaze. I put the bitch out of Onyx. I put the bitch in the lure. Young nigga getting some money. I'm fucking little bitches in college. Like a nigga run the ball. All I do is straight ball. Your bitch is sucking on my ball. Put the bitch one time. Cause she didn't have wall. I ain't wanna hurt the little bitch feeling, so I blocked the bitch call. If you love me, let me fuck your friend. You and I, but your friend is 10. She on my dick when she saw the bed. Now she sliding in my DM. 10 freaky hoes in my Airbnb. Okay. 10 freaky hoes in my Airbnb. 10 freaky hoes in my Airbnb. Okay. She just popped a molly, now she rubbing on me. 10 freaky hoes in my Airbnb. Okay. 10 freaky hoes in my Airbnb. 10 freaky hoes in my Airbnb. Okay. She just popped a perky, now she rubbing on me. Okay. Okay.